Namaste children, welcome again in political science class. In first two videos we have already discussed about the unity form of government, federal form of government, division of powers, characteristics of the federal system, and in the second video we focus on the federalism with strong central government. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the topic conflicts in India's federal system. In this topic, we will discuss about the autonomy of the state, because states demands more autonomy and they also demands for the new states. Now, in this topic, we will discuss about all these conflict between the center and state and role of governor and president and demand for autonomy. Let's begin with the first point, that is center-state relations. In the 1950s and early 1960s, the foundation of our federalism was laid under Jawaharlal Nehru. And it was also a period of Congress dominance over the center as well as the state government. Except on the issue of formation of new states, the relations between the center and the states remained quite normal during this period. But in the middle of the 1960s, Congress dominance declined somewhat, and in a large number of states, opposition parties came to power. Finally, since the 1990s, the Congress dominance has largely ended and we have entered an era of coalition politics, especially at the center. And in the states, two different parties, both national and regional, have come to power. This has resulted in a greater say for the states, a respect for diversity, and the beginning of a more mature federalism. Now the next is demands for autonomy. Autonomy refers to the different things for different states. Parties' demands expect that the division of powers should be changed in the favor of the states and more powers be assigned to the states. And parties like you can say DMK, Akali Dal and CPIM also demanded division of powers in the favor of states. Another demand is that states should have independent source of revenue and greater control over the resources. This is also known as financial autonomy. And demands relates to administrative powers of the states. Also, a conflict between the center and state relations. States rescind the control over the center over the administrative machinery. And autonomy demands also be related to cultural and linguistic issues. Now, role of governor and the president rule is also conflict in India's federal system. Governors appointed by the central government, and therefore actions of the governor are often viewed as interference by the central government in the functioning of the state government. And when two different parties are in power of the center and the state, the role of governor becomes even more controversial. Now here we will discuss about the Sarkaria Commission. Sarkaria Commission that was appointed by the central government in 1983. And it submitted its report in 1988 to examine the issues relating to the center-state relations, recommended that appointments of the governor should be strictly non-partisan. And one of the most controversial articles in the Constitution is Article 356, which provides for president rule in any state. And this provision is to be applied when a situation has arisen in which the government of the state cannot be carried on in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. It results in the takeover of the state government by the union government. The governor has the power to recommend the dismissal of the state government and suspension of the dissolution of the state assembly. This has led to many conflicts. In some cases, state governments were dismissed even when they had a majority in the legislature. And Article 356 was very sparingly used till 1967. After 1967, many states had non-Congress governments and the Congress was in power at the center. The center has often used these provisions to dismiss state governments or has used the office of the governor to prevent the majority party or coalition from assuming office. For instance, the central government removed elected governments in Andhra Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir in the decade of 1980s. Demands for new states is also another factor for conflict in India's federal system. In December 1953, the State Reorganization Commission was set up and it recommended the creation of linguistic states, at least for the major linguistic groups. This topic we will also study in the next class in detail also. And in 1956, reorganization of some states took place. This saw the beginning of the creation of linguistic states and the process is still continuing. We will see in Gujarat and Maharashtra. They were created in 1960. Punjab and Haryana were separated from each other in 1966. Later, the northeastern region was recognized and new states like Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh were created. And in 2000, some of the larger states were further divided both to meet the demands for the separate states as well as to meet the need for greater administrative efficiency. Thus, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar were divided in 2000 to create 3 new states. They were Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand respectively. In 2014, Telangana carved out from Andhra Pradesh. Next is interstate conflicts. Broadly, 2 types of disputes keep recurring. One is the border dispute. States have certain claims over territories belonging to neighboring states. The disputes over the sharing of river waters are even more serious because they are related to problem of drinking water and agriculture in the concerned states. For example, Kaveri water dispute is a very famous dispute where Tamil Nadu and Karnataka are fighting over the share of Kaveri water. Thank you.